Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Deep Cuts Reactions and my name's Greg, and this is the last one for today, so I thought I'd go out with kind of a bang as far as I'm concerned. But this is John Prine, and God, he has done so much over the years. He's written so many songs that have been covered by everybody and their brother. But he's got a huge catalog, and I don't know if I've ever really heard a bad song by the guy, but this is my very favorite. It's Paradise. That's the name of the song. And man, I used to sing this when I was on the road hitchhiking, and you're just standing out there on the road with your thumb out, and there's no music. I mean, it's not like it's not like we had a Walkman or something like that back then. So I mean, this is back in the I guess early '70s is when I was doing most of it. But yeah, I just go out there and you got to have your own entertainment, and I've got to have music. I mean, I've always had to. It's like breathing. I've got to have music. So I'd sing this, and you try to keep yourself uh, cheerful, I guess. Or whatever. I mean, hitchhiking's like any sales job, I guess you could say. You've got to sell yourself that, hey, look, I'm some innocent dude, and I'm not going to knock you in the head. I just need a ride. And, of course, back then, if you're a hippie and you had long hair, if there were other hippies that drove by you, they stopped. And the only reason somebody might not is because they were already full. But yeah, get rides like that. And I don't know. I remember hitchhiking. I was actually in Maryland and went into West Virginia. And this song is not from West Virginia, but really close. So anyway, I was hitchhiking through Maryland, and I don't know. I'd gotten a ride with this one dude, and he let me stay in his. Oh my God, this beautiful, beautiful old house that was built in the 1700s, and uh, really, really cool. And let me stay the night and fed me and all that good stuff. That's how you got around. I mean, when I'd left on that trip, I think I only had like $50, or something, and hitchhiked the whole way with that $50. and, but people would put you up and let you crash in their house and feed you and everything, and it was a cool scene. And so I'm hitchhiking from his house in I guess north of Baltimore or something. I'm going out through western Maryland, which gets pretty mountainous, and it was night. And this guy picks me up, and he's like one of the state representatives. He's got a special license plate, so he picks me up, and man, he drove fast because he was state representative, and no cop was going to stop him. So it was fun ride. He was an interesting guy too. But anyway, he drops me off in Morgantown, West Virginia, and God, I can't remember exactly what the deal was, but I think I went up to the university and was looking around on the bulletin board trying to figure out some place to stay or whatever, and they had some I don't know, hotline or whatever. But I ended up at this woman's house that normally would not do something like that. She was somebody that worked at the university and responsible for I don't know something, but she let me crash in her backyard, and it was just cool. And being in West Virginia with the mountains and coal all over the place, and these little valleys, hollers they call them. It was neat, but it's a different way to see the country hitchhiking. You're so out there and connected with the world around you. You don't have the little bubble of a car. You just wherever the wind blows and whatever happens to you is what happens. So anyway, but regardless of that, I'm going to do this song by John Prine. And it's kind of cool. I don't know when this was done, but it was early. It was really early in his career. And they go through and they're talking through, a good chunk at the beginning of the song here. But what I've heard, it's really interesting. So let's listen to John Prine live doing Paradise, I guess, in the backyard.
Howdy, friends, and good evening, neighbors. This is Randy Blake on the Supper Time Frolic from WJJD. For the next 2 hours, you're going to hear your favorite country and western singers. And I have some wonderful news for all you listeners. And I hope
remember that show?
Stay with
Randy
us for the
Blake,
next
Supper
2
Time
hours.
Frolics? My dad used to put the radio out here and sit out here with a quart of beer. And this is a house I grew up in, located on Maywood's busiest street,
Really?
right here in Maywood, Illinois. God, I must have spent 20 years here. I guess my first 20 years of my life. We used to sit out there and listen to that radio, though. I guess that's how I got started with the music I make. You know, I mean, I don't know what kind of music I played if I never listened to the radio. And we played country music most of the time. They played a lot of rock and roll in on JJD, too.
Rockabilly.
Rockabilly stuff.
Sure.
Old Elvis and
Jerry Lee?
Johnny Cash. I always figured my music come from somewhere between what come across the radio and somewhere between here and Kentucky. Couldn't have come from Kentucky because I wasn't from there, you know. But we used to go down there as often as we could until the town got tore down by Mr. Peabody. You remember that song? You only have to sing it 19 times a week, don't you?
It's one of them 3-chord songs, right?
Yeah. I always sing that song. By the way, this is John Burns. John plays guitar with me, and he's my #1 partner in crime. We're bound to become stars someday, or else we're going to go to jail. Right, John?
Or back to Maywood.
Well, that would be severe. When I was a child, family would travel down to western Kentucky, where the parents were born. There's a backwoods old town that's often remembered. So many times, never memories warm. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Oh, I'm sorry, my son, there's too late to pass. Mr. Peabody's coal train is all the way. Stroll's good to me. Well, sometimes we travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Adrian Hill, where the air smell like slings and we eat sheep without pistols, but empty pop bottles with all we would give. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Oh, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late to pass. Mr. Peabody's coal train was all the way. Why don't you play one? Then the coal comes to came with the world's largest shovel. They tortured the timber and they stripped all the land. They dug for the coal, the land was for sale. Then they moved it all down as the progress advanced. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Oh, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late to ask it. Mr. Peabody's coal train is all the way. When I die, let my ashes flow down the Green River, let my soul roll on up to the Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting, just 5 miles away from wherever I am. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Oh, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late to ask. Mr. Peabody's coal train is all the way. Mr. Peabody's coal train is all the way. Mr. Peabody's coal train is close to the way the fella that sings the song sings it.
Just like the record.
Yeah. Can't beat that.
Yeah, it's just like the record, I mean, except for the casualness of it. Just hanging out in the backyard, that was so cool. And I'd always wondered on the recorded version, because there was the second voice, and, he's not harmonizing. He's singing like a counterpoint. I always found that so intriguing, when I'd listen to the record. It was just so well done. And then, the two guitars and everything, but such a simple song. I mean, it was easy to sing when I was hitchhiking because you just had to have a little bit of range, to be able to sing it to your satisfaction, But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will be back tomorrow, I imagine. So hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and we will see y'all later. Bye-bye.